Okay. So it's great to be back in the UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse. We played one game here last season, and this is the second game that we've played here, and to be 2-0, that's fantastic, and we're excited about that, and hopefully we can get a streak going. Tonight was a game where we had individual performances throughout the game, where people put us on their back and carried us a little bit. Statistically, it's not a great win, but it's a very good win from a team standpoint that needs confidence and needs to continue to grow. And it allowed some people that had maybe not performed as well play well today in stretches and give them some confidence and give the team confidence also as we move forward.
Dan, what was the message coming out of that road trip? Obviously 0-2, some banged up bodies, maybe a little bit of frustration on both ends. Just what was the message to keep this ship steady?
I don't think I really detected any frustration. We're not healthy. That's fact. I mean, we're a banged up team. We've got a lot of significant injuries, and we're still not in great shape. And so you saw that in the fourth quarter. We were kind of hanging on. The emergence of Natalia being able to give us 2 or 3 minutes here and there, and Laya Soleil being able to return and play a few minutes helps lessen the burden on the first 6 that we have. But we're going to have to continue to get in better shape and understand that we're not going to have beyond our top 6 play a ton of minutes just yet, because Laya's still playing her way into shape, and we've got to go with some people that have experience. The first 2 games, guys, were really difficult. Central Florida, after they played us, which, again, that game was a 2-point game at halftime, and I think it was 6 in the third quarter, late in the third quarter. I don't think the score is indicative of how we played for the first 3 quarters and then ran out of gas. They played Tennessee to a 48-41 win a couple days later. Tulsa, just a bad performance by us, and I attribute a lot of that to the travel, very heavy legs. We didn't get home till Friday at 9 p.m. from a 6-day road trip. So for us, our main focus, it was focus, not frustration. It was a focus on getting our bodies as healthy as we could possibly get. It was a focus on getting as much rest as we could. And we wanted to make sure that we had energy and enthusiasm. And I think we started out 17-0, 19-0, and I think you saw that energy and enthusiasm. When we got cold in the second quarter, we have to continue to have some energy and enthusiasm. But it's going to come from not making shots. It's going to come from crashing the offensive glass, boxing out and having great defensive presence and defensive rebounding, and hopefully getting to the free throw line. We weren't perfect there, and that's something that we'll have to get better at.
When you have changes that you wanted to make on both sides of the ball, when you have the health challenges that you have, how challenging is that to implement?
It's a puzzle like I've never had as a head coach. Snasia came in and wasn't perfect by any stretch, but I thought she gave us a couple good minutes, and her work ethic has been outstanding from last spring to today. She's become a much better basketball player, and we're going to count on her to give us a couple minutes here and there. And today wasn't perfect for her. She missed a couple shots. She missed a defensive assignment or was late to a defensive assignment. So she'll have to continue to get better, but you can see the growth that she's had there. I've told all the kids that are not playing a lot of minutes, fight and focus. If you have fight and you have focus, you focus on the little details, making sure that when you catch the ball off of a dribble handoff, your shoulders are pointed toward the basket and you're trying to attack the paint. You're trying to rack it, is what we call it, to get to the rim. That's just one attention to detail. We really want them to have attention to detail through focus. And the fight side of it is you may not have a long leash. You may not have a leash as long as Precious Johnson if you're a post player, or Meg McConnell if you're a guard. And so if your leash is short, you can extend that by playing really, really hard. And that overcomes a lot. And so I felt like Natalia in the Tulsa game did that, and I think she did a little bit of that tonight. I think Fat 2 early did not play well, but later on was very, very good when we got to the later portion of the game.
To that point, from the defensive side of things, Gallagher is a player that actually been performing pretty well for Lafayette. Any of your speak to the defensive intensity, trying to keep her mind up?
We weren't perfect by any stretch defensively. We were much better at communicating and rotating while the ball was in the air. And I'm certainly glad that we only gave up 47 points. But once you go back and you look at the film, you can still see that there's significant lapses that we have to correct as we move forward with Longwood and then the city game.
Also, as far as you mentioned having so many people having to rotate in, Tess and Megan, the contributions they had, especially in the first half, it was what they were shooting, Megan being all over the place. How important was it to have those two at least having some kind of semblance of scoring when everything else seemed like it couldn't get into a lane?
Yeah, Libby hasn't shot the ball the way Libby Basilak shoots the ball, and I'm not concerned because I know it's going to come through, and I know it's going to happen for her. Libby's still working her way into basketball-ready shape, and that's just not a slam at her conditioning by any stretch. It's just she missed time because of an injury, and so timing and conditioning have to get there, and I know that Libby will. So she is going to quarterback us. I said to her earlier, I said, you're the best quarterback in your family, and she's got a brother that's a pretty good quarterback, but she's our quarterback, and sometimes your quarterback doesn't need to score, but they need to be able to call out all the signals, and she did that. And Tess Myers has been outstanding for us all year with shooting the basketball and shooting it with confidence and really just letting it fly. And she has to continue to do that. Meg did not shoot it well early in the first two games. Shot it better today, but still not. She still has another level that she'll get to, but she shot it with confidence today, and that's a good sign as we move forward.
Kind of a two-parter. In the fourth quarter, it seemed like Laya and Fatu had a really, really good rhythm with that high-low particular set. Just what is it about Fatu maybe turning the page from those two games, especially the Tulsa game, just finding confidence and finding positive plays that she can string to find success?
Well, I would first attribute that to Coach Bell. Rick Bell, our offensive coordinator, made an adjustment there and saw what we could do there. But more importantly, that was a situation where the players have to execute it then. And Laya did a very good job, and Fatu did a very good job. Laya reverse pivoting, taking her time, and executing a tough pass. Fatu with being strong and physical and catching tough passes and then finishing. Early on and in the first two games, Fatu was shooting shots off of one leg and really kind of trying to avoid contact, and that was not part of what her game really is. She needs to go off of 2 feet, and she needs to go up strong, and she was able to do that late in the game, and really that's a big difference there. Again, I go back to my opening statement. Amaya Hamilton put us on her back at times where she got to the free throw line and really attacked from the free throw line area. Tess Myers hit shots early, Meg all game long, and then late, Fatu's scoring around the basket, and Laya Soleil with her passing ability. We had a lot of contributions across the board. So, really happy with the multiple contributions and the victory.
Meg had 13 rebounds total, 8 in the first half, which alone was a career high for her. Just what do you say about the tenacity for the ball in that 1-2 effort? At times, that's not even coachable. It's just 1-2.
She should have had 16 or 17. I'll have to get on her about that. Meg's that pest that you don't want to play against because she just makes you angry because she's always around the ball and she's always just kind of snipping at you. And I said in the locker room, I said the one defensive rebound, I'd never seen a McConnell ever jump that high. And I'm sure I'll get a phone call or a text message from a McConnell tonight about that. But, I mean, she skied for a beautiful two-handed rebound late. It might have been her 13th rebound. And, she did a great job tonight rebounding it. And we challenged our kids. We challenged our guards to rebound the ball today, and she certainly met and exceeded that. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for supporting women's basketball.